quick question. I've kind of cowed them into letting me ask this first question, but do you guys? I talked to the Manifest people, the showrunner earlier, and he's got it mapped out through 6 seasons. So how far do you guys got this mapped out? Because we're all fans. And we want to stay with you through 5, 6, 7, 8.
Obviously 15. 15 seasons. Well, we to be honest, we don't have it mapped out that far, but we love the show, and we kind of have all the writers and the crew and the cast rallied to let's keep it going. We barely got season 2, and we are going to fight tooth and nail to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on and on.
Yes.
And each season kind of plays as its own mystery too. So we don't necessarily feel the need to tell long form TV over the course of 5 seasons. So each season in and of itself is a little insular and I don't want to say standalone, but we try to wrap up a lot of the mysteries that we pose in the first episode of the second season by the end of the second season.
But it'd be great though. If you do a couple like that, because you could do maybe a 2-season arc and then go to 1 season and then do a 2 or 3 season arc, so that everybody's like, oh, okay, we gotta hang out, and so the fans, they love it when they know we've got to get 2 more seasons,
right?
At least 2 more seasons,
right?
Because that story's not over with, and we're going to see the end of that story, or somebody's going to,
Yes, indeed.
When you're bringing on new characters, because for season 2 we're going to have Nestor Carbonell and 2 other actors. How do you determine how many new characters you want to bring on to fit with the cast that you already have?
It just happened organically. We didn't say we need 5 new people, 3 new people. We thought, who could our big bads be for the season? Who could new love interests be? And it just turned out to be 3 fabulous actors.
And then when you're bringing them on and you're creating the characters for the new season, so one is a love interest for Joe, and it seems Kai and Patience are going to be the big antagonists, but especially for Manfred and I'm assuming Fiji and people like them, because they have certain natural powers. And then this new couple, we're not sure about them, and they're going to be inhabiting this space that has spirits and demons. So when you're developing the characters, when you decide, okay, will they have supernatural powers, or will they just be mortals, but they just have I guess you could say a 6th sense. Yeah, that wasn't even intended, but
yes.
That makes sense, right?
I think we're going to be peeling back the layers of their characters as the season progresses, but we know that something is going to be off about them, and they're special in their own unique way, like everybody is in Midnight. But, at least initially, people will be dubious of them, and by the end of the first episode, half of our Midnighters will be on their side and the other half will continue to be suspicious, and we're just trying to figure out what's up their sleeve, because something else is going on at the hotel besides healing people.
Season 1 brought in a lot of elements from all 3 of the books.
Yes.
Are you going to have more stories close to the source material, or are you going completely...
We burned through a lot of the story from the books in season 1, so we had to get creative, which is good. We have a lot of great writers to do so. We used the hotel from the books as a jumping off point, but that's basically all we used. Of course, Charlene's writing is a great source of inspiration for tone and character and helps shape the world, but I don't think the fans will be expecting a lot of these stories.
Very cool. Tell me a little bit about the kind of percentage-wise maybe that where you have a lot of relationships, that have reached another level at this point. But we also know that the show is, with the paranormal, supernatural, demonic, whatever is going on there. How are you going to see that's more action-related, what they're doing, that they're, helping to take care of Midnight and its people and to keep the demons away. Are we going to see more of that, or is it going to be more relationships?
I mean, it's both. Honestly, it's a hybrid show, and it's soapy, it's salacious, but it's also high octane, and you have a lot of action sequences, and it's also a horror show, so there's always going to be a body count on these shows. But I think we have a great balance of all of those elements, and that's what fans want.
No, Charlene. All right, I remember one of the things that Charlene said with regards to True Blood was Mr. Whatever Alan Ball. He writes that.
Yes.
I write my books. And that's what we do.
Yes.
That's I don't tell him what to do, and he doesn't tell me what to do.
Correct.
Now, do you guys had any conversations with her? Because in a show like The Expanse, the writers of the books actually are in the writers' room too.
Right.
And I know that that is a rare.
That is
right?
unusual.
Yeah, that is really truly unusual.
Yeah.
We
So-
spoke to Charlene at the beginning of the year, and she was absolutely lovely and encouraging, and she offered us her support and her blessing, but she's not been part of the creative process for the series in terms of season 2. The
And
writing.
she said something very similar to what you said.
Yeah.
She said in regards to True Blood and Alan.
I
So,
write my books, you write the
yes.
show, I trust you.
Yeah, she ultimately said it takes on a life of its own, and she's excited to watch.
So, yeah, a whole different genre. I mean, not genre, but a whole different medium, right?
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
So that means it really. So that's interesting. So she's never going to write an episode then. I take it.
I mean, not
Never
yet,
say never,
but, never say
yeah,
never.
not this season at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we could do.
It would be fun.
Cause trouble for you guys.
So the promises are here, so I'll keep going.
Okay.
So when going forward, when I asked Carissa about social media because it does play a very important in the I would say the last 2-3 years. Social media has played a very pivotal part of shows getting renewed and shows getting extra seasons, right? Because you have The Expanse, you have Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and those kind of do you guys have plans to incorporate social media into not into the show but into the promotion of the show going forward? For instance, I live tweet like at least 4 shows, and that's my regular thing, right? Do you guys intend to find ways to incorporate that into the promotion of the shows apart from just tweeting advertisements?
We did live
100%,
tweeting last season.
Yeah.
I live in the dark ages, but I started an Instagram account for this show because on set we've been capturing moments and fun shots of the cast and crew.
behind the scenes
and-
shots, people absolutely,
Yeah.
you've got to have those.
Yeah. So definitely, yes.
Because fan engagement